And Paul said, on all occasions, with all kinds of prayer and request. Some people will want to define this as some form of methodology in prayer. So they try to segmentize it into different kinds of prayer. Prayer of the tongues, authoritative prayer, speak a word of blessing over your problems, or proclaim some form of deliverance, There's all kinds of prayer, different kind, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind, So I've heard all about this kind of teachings in prayer. I am not trying to denounce what all these people say, but I have seen all these form of teachings about prayer only limit the complete spiritual work of God on our whole person. This kind of teaching will only bring a person towards mysticism, and then after they learn some doctrines, they become mystical and they become impractical. Now, anything that is impractical, you cannot find it on all occasions, because you are only doing it, say, 2 seconds, speak tongues, proclaim a word of blessing, But when Paul said you pray in the Spirit, constant spiritual battle, on all occasions, when I read this, I take this to mean that you pray as you live, and you live as you pray. And that is what makes sense to me. Pray as you live. Do not detach anything in living and praying. I am praying to the point where I could merge everything I do with prayer. I am making studying my prayer. I am making working my prayer. I am making having fun my prayer. Watching a movie, my prayer. I am making everything my prayer. So everything I am doing is prayer. So that is what makes sense to me. On all occasions, with all kinds of prayer. Sometimes you thank God. Sometimes you just look to Him. Sometimes you just feel convicted about something. Sometimes when you are talking to people, convictions just come. Sometimes, all times, when you are doing whatever you are doing, sometimes you're at home, sometimes I just want to kiss my children, hug my wife. I'm making all this my prayer. It's like Christ is really living through me, through my prayer. Prayer make me and Christ one in living. It's something very deep that you have to think about. Don't make praying so unnatural. I am trying to make praying so natural that whatever you do, you are doing through prayer. You are thinking through prayer. Even when I'm feeling through prayer. I'm talking through prayer. That's why some people, you only find them look like Christians in the church, because they only pray in the church. You only pray during emergency. You look like Christian then. But God wants you to always look like Christian. You are a Christian all the time, through your living, on all occasions, with all kinds of prayers and requests. God help me, strengthen me, all kind of, Lord bless that brother, Lord do that, in your heart, any inclination that comes out or intention that comes out is through prayer. Now, that is what the Bible means by pray in the Spirit on all occasions, with all kinds of prayer. Cultivate it. I cannot say do it, because it's hard. Cultivate it. Because many of the times, if you're doing it wrongly, we never get, if we understand this wrongly, we never get to training ourselves to do prayer in the right way and in the right sense. It doesn't matter if you forget to pray in the morning. This morning I forget to. Don't have to feel so accused and condemned about it. Pray as you go along. Pray.